Hey everybody, my name is Tess Chasen, and in this video I wanted to walk you through exactly what my test day looked like, what the center was like, what taking the test was like, and a quick story time. Let's go. To backtrack just a little bit, you are able to select whatever time you'd like for your exam. I had the options of 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or 7 p.m., which I was not about to go in there at 7 p.m. and fall asleep. But what I did do is the 2 o'clock one. My mom was a little nervous because she took the 2 o'clock one and she said she was tired, but I personally was fine. So I selected the 2 o'clock exam time. That worked really well for me because I was able to get some blood flow going, get my food right, get some stuff done before, and get just some light studying done. Just a piece of advice, I did not study much the exam day unless I was really nervous about something, or I lightly skimmed my notes. But it's really, you know what you know, and it's in the heat of the moment in the testing room, you're gonna remember what you remember. And cramming works sometimes, but just don't stress yourself about it. I actually live north of Charlotte in the Cornelius area, and my only testing center, the closest one to me, was down at Tybola Road. So if you're familiar with Charlotte, it was like a 40-minute drive to the testing center. Not to mention it was 2 o'clock, so I had some lunch traffic, and then on the way back it was 4:30, so I had 5 o'clock traffic, so that was really fun, but it's okay. So before you get to the testing center, you'll get an email, or you can go on and log into your testing account at PSI or wherever you're at, and they will tell you exactly what you need to bring. For me, I just needed one form of ID, which was my driver's license, and that was it. Actually, they did require a mask, even though it's July, but they required masks, so make sure to check up on your local testing centers to make sure they do or they don't, and bring that just in case. But they do make you leave your purses in your car, and they make you leave everything. You can only bring in your car keys and your phone you can't use, you just put it in a bag, so I would leave it in your car, but you can bring in your car keys and your license, and that's about it. So when I went into the testing area, they had me sign in, they had me fill out just a little bit of paperwork, they took my picture, which was so bad, and I had to look at it the entire test. It was popped up on my screen, and it was just like really disturbing. I didn't think I looked like that, but it's okay. Woo, that was a bad photo of me, but it's okay. We're just gonna move past it. It was a point in my life we're gonna move past. Anyway, so when you get there, you fill out the forms, they give you a little quick rundown of what the test is gonna be, and there was only about 10 people there, and they were all taking different tests, and I didn't realize that, but it was a testing center, and some people had to have like 4 forms of ID. I'm like, what kind of thing is this? And some people were in and out in like 10 minutes, and I'm just like, am I just taking forever? So it was a little crazy. Story time, my testing center, it sounded like they were doing construction next door, so it was so bad. It was just banging on the walls, drilling through the ceiling. I'm like, are we okay? Side note, anyway. So they give you a number. My number was 2, and you have a bag that they zip up and lock so you can't get into it, and then you hang it on the back of your chair, and then the test is pulled up. And for me, I have you have your loan amortization table on the desk. Everything's pulled up for you, and you can start whenever you want. And you just take whichever one you want first. It could be national or state, and you start that, and you just test. You're in like a little cubicle area. You have a comfy chair. The space is kind of like this big-ish. It's not too small, but yeah, you just take your test. And at my testing location, I was able to have 5-minute breaks whenever I wanted to, as long as I didn't run out of time, which we are adults, it's not middle school, so I think that's probably general in a lot of areas. But yes, I would just advise bring your water. You have to leave it outside. Stay hydrated. What I did during the test when I was really confused is I bookmarked them, answered them, but still bookmarked them. When I finished the test, I didn't submit it yet. Before submitting, I took my 5-minute break because I had time. If you don't, you don't, but if you have time, I took a 5-minute break, got some water, stretched, came back, re-looked at the questions I bookmarked, and that helped me so much. I was like, oh, why was I confused? Because it's a long test. So sometimes if you overread and you're just like sitting there and you're squinting and you're like, what is this? You know, it's just a lot. And definitely take your breaks. But yeah, once you finish, they sign you out and you leave. It's really, you just walk out and they're like, okay, good job. You get something in your email. And my email just said, congratulations, you've passed. You've met the requirements for the a North Carolina real estate broker license. It will be shipped to your house within 10 days. So that's exciting. But it's really nothing. I know it's a big thing and it's a big moment, and a lot of people are scared because they don't want to fail. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in this video, but you can take, if you fail the national and you pass the state, you can retake the national, and vice versa. You only have to pass each portion once. You don't have to retake the entire 140 questions or whatever it is. And you do have plenty of time. It's a lot of time. So I would just study smart. Study what you need to study, but don't overstudy beforehand. And that's really all it is. It's very simple. Just make sure to put some chapstick on before. I don't think you can bring it in, but then bring a light jacket. But you guys got this, and I believe in you. Let me know in the comments down below if you passed your exam the first time, second time, third time, or if you're still trying, because we'd love to encourage each other, and I would love to see your progress. If you would like to hear more tips on how I passed the North Carolina exam on the first try with some study tools and what I used to study, go ahead and check out my video. I'll link it here below and on the end screen. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!